Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulil Kareem wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmaeen. So, few things that are from my side to my brothers and sisters as an individual, because our objective is to seek Allah's pleasure as an individual. As an organization, we want to establish Deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We want to establish justice in this world. So, in order to seek Allah's pleasure, my initial advice, it has three parts in it. That as an individual, we need to make sure, we need to dig deep down and just identify one of your weaknesses. No matter how pious you are, no matter how much farther you have gone into the movement thoughts, but there will always be one aspect of your life that you probably don't like. It might be a weakness, it might be something that even can be reached to a level of sin, whatever it is, the way you talk to your spouse, any khayana of your eyes, the way you talk to your kids, your parents, whatever it is. So identify that one weakness and try to eliminate that. That's one thing. Second one is that, again, this is a brotherly advice, that we all need to make sure that we increase our nawafil, our voluntary deeds. So just pick one thing, maybe, and especially nowadays, during winter time, it's a very ideal time that wake up maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes before Fajr and pray 2 rakah. Or if you can, your health allows you to, start fasting, firstly either on Monday or Thursday, and then try to continue with that. So number one, try to give up on one weakness. Number two, try to pick up on any nafil that you think that you can do. And number three, we need to make sure that as an individual, seeking pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala becomes the goal of my life. So that will establish justice in between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It will establish justice in between you and your family, your neighbors, your co-workers, and as an individual it will become inshallah easier to seek Allah's pleasure. When it comes to organization, I would inshallah be trying to work on three things, we as an organization. Number one is bringing in the clarity. What do we want to do as ICNA? What do we want to achieve, and how do we want to achieve that particular goal? Number two is increasing our capacity. So when I say capacity, it involves individuals, their time, their talent, and their money. All of these resources has to be expended, because if we want to be the grassroots organization, we need to make sure that we have more people, we have more states covered, and we have more resources in terms of finances. And number three is the commitment of the organization. So the commitment of the organization to establish deen, to establish justice, has to be something that stays in front of us. We disagree, we have conflicts, we have disputes, but one way to get over all of these and to move forward is not to leave the sight of establishing Deen Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.